Bandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitan Tang Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Param Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitamscha Om Jnana-timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Anmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namo Mahavaranyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Godatvishe Namaha Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. And already 3 messages in the chat box, having a quick look to see. And from Rasananda Prabhu sending obeisances, Narayani sending obeisances, and Vasil sending obeisances. So yes, to each of you, our obeisances to you all, both here in the live Zoom recording and in the recorded version. And I know some of you see the recorded version. I also see other places sometimes or regularly in the recorded version. So we're happy that you're with us. So today is the day after Srila Gurudev's Vyasa Puja, and it's the day when in Navadip, or from Navadip, we would regularly go to Bamunpara, Shripat Bamunpara, or Shri Bamunpara, the village of Srila Gurudev's appearance, and it would invariably be a happy day. And going to Bamunpara, we've been many times, and I don't think ever we've gone to Bamunpara unhappily. It's always been a very happy kind of visit. And it is a special place. It's a special place because Srila Gurudeva appeared. And it's a special place because there we can remember the importance of Gurudev's teaching, but his appearance and his teaching, the gift that he gave to the world. And until the last time I went there, then it was still a peaceful, happy, quiet village, basically with rice and cows as the main activity of the people there. And in fact, except for rice, growing rice and the cow milk trade, etc., I can't think of any other activity that takes place in the village. It really is a rural village. And there is a road now that goes there, which actually, by coincidence, by Gopinath's arrangement, the deities worshipped by Srila Gurudev's family for many generations are Radha Gopinath. And these deities came to the temple when the large temple there was made in honor of Srila Gurudev. They came to the temple, and their coming to the temple was part of the inauguration of the Bamunpara temple in the presence of Srila Gurudev. And during his later years with us, later years directly with us in his bodily form. And so Hapanya, I was going to say, Bamunpara feels very similar to Hapanya. Hapanya is a similar sort of place, but Hapanya is more readily accessible. However bumpy the road is, at least it is a surfaced road. And the road that went to Bamunpara was mud, very muddy. In the rainy season, it was mud. The only way you could go down there was either by foot or by bullock cart. But the very year, just a few months before the temple inauguration, then Krishna himself, I'm sure, arranged that the local council, they paved that road so that Gurudev could go there without difficulty, and so that the many pilgrims could go there too. So Bamunpara is a day of pilgrimage, and as Mahaprabhu mentioned, it's recorded in Chaitanya Charitamrita, that going to the birthplace of the Guru, when Mahaprabhu went to his Guru's birthplace, oh, my brain not working after lunch here, Ishvarapuri's birthplace. Then when he went there, then he is feeling great joy and said, this is the best day of my life, coming on pilgrimage to my Guru's appearance place. So Mahaprabhu has shown the precedent, the example, and the devotees, they happily come to Srila Gurudev's birthplace and even come to the very place of his birth. Because in rural India, in the family homes, they keep a maternity room, a room where the ladies give birth, where the wife gives birth to the children. And so that maternity room, it isn't kept as a maternity room, but it is tidied up and made presentable for the time that the devotees go there each year to give their obeisances and pay homage in remembrance of Gurudev's appearance. It's actually beside the main house that the family still, like the extended family are still living in. It's beside the main house, and you can consider it's a storage room. But they tidy it up on this day, because now no need for a maternity room there. But it's a storage room. And Gurudev himself confirms this is the place of his appearance. And we've been there several times with Gurudev, and the village is still very much with thatched roofs, mud houses, and if not mud, then made with the wood and bricks. And maybe the only concrete house made of concrete, or place made of concrete, maybe our temple in the village. It's you can say modern construction, but it's looking similar to Chaitanya Saraswat Math. It's very recognizable as being our family temple. So today, day of Big Kirtan, and the inauguration day, and we'll have to revise to see, but it was in the later pastimes of Gurudev. And the inauguration day was also attended by a famous Bengali film star. Is this the inauguration? Over 15,000 plates of, the inauguration festival of the temple on Srila Gurudev's 75th appearance day, 2003. And so on scsmat.com today, you will see there a series of 5 pages of pictures and some description of that event. And a film star and a very presentable lady film star of Bengal, and a very presentable politician at that time, but a very pious politician. They came to honor that appearance day. Sorry, not appearance day, installation and opening of the Bamanpara temple. So this was in 2003. Hare Krishna. Well, it's changed a bit since then. We can see, I'm just quickly looking at the pictures there. It's changed a bit, but not very much since then. Who's coming? Please come and join us. But can you please bring a chair over? This white chair. All right. So today, anyhow, it is remembrance of the Bamanpara festival, and it is a remembrance of pilgrimages in Bengal to the holy places connected with our spiritual masters. And as the bird flies, assuming the bird flies in a straight line, it's not so far from Bamanpara to Hapanya. I think it's 6 or 8 kilometers. But if you are to travel, if you are to go by road, you have to go a long way. Either way, you have to go a long way around because there's no actual road between the two. But from Bamonpara, Srila Gurudev's father used to worship Lord Shiva, the Bururaj Shiva, and from Hapanya, Srila Guru Maharaj himself used to worship that same Bururaj Shiva. So they're worshipable deities, if you like, of the family of Guru Maharaj and of Gurudev. That same Bururaj Shiva, which is regarded as very powerful deity of Lord Shiva, which in the area, over the vast area, considered as the powerful deity of Lord Shiva. And Srila Gurudev was indeed born as a son of Lord Shiva, as Srila Guru Maharaj sometimes described him. He said he's the son of Lord Shiva because his father prayed so much for him. Oh, Lilavati, you have given from Israel, you have given a lot in Russian. One of our dear friends will translate it. And Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu has given us a photo of that maternity room in Bamonpara. There, Jain. Very simple room. And so Hapanir and Bamonpara are not so far apart. I did try to go on the motorcycle one day, but was defeated because it was just the rice fields and those little ridges between the rice fields to stop the water going from one to the other. By foot, can do. By motorcycle, not a good idea. I know that not from a textbook. I know that from trying. Hare Krishna. Anyhow, so they're in the same region. Is the area is called Raradesh, and it is the area that Mahaprabhu went left, right, north, south without following any direction. He was wandering here and there without really any external consciousness of which direction he was going in, whether it was day or night. This is after Mahaprabhu received sannyas in Katwa. And that area is known as Raradesh, and it is considered a very auspicious area. And at Bamonpara, there are trees, there are rice fields, so many things. But there is a tree there that Gurudev pointed out. This tree, which was an old tree with a sitting place underneath. Srila Gurudev pointed out that tree one day when we were in the car, and Gurudev asked, you go on this road. At that time it was dry, so the mud road was not muddy. And he said, you go on this road, you follow this around, and as we are going, like more or less going around the village on the outside, then Gurudev showed one tree, and Gurudev said, this tree, they say that Mahaprabhu, he rested under this tree after he received sannyas, and he was in his internal ecstasy. And so this area of Raradesh is regarded as very auspicious. So Bamonpara, we would go to today. I don't know of anybody who has walked either to or from there, though I do know devotees who have walked to and come back from Hapanya, me being one of them after taking Guru Maharaj's permission way back when, probably 1985 or 1986, somewhere around there. But Bamonpara a little further, but still, it could be a very beautiful pilgrimage one day. Could be, not saying should be. Hare Krishna. So today, still remembrance of Srila Gurudev's gift to the world. So I'm here with VIP Kumkum Devi Dasi. And she needs no introduction to any of you here, I think. And she can share a few words with us. She's feeling on top form today. She was feeling very fine this morning. So use your top form lungs. And we are just using the computer audio, but it's quiet in here, and I think it should pick you up quite well.
My Dhanavad to all of the Vaishnavas here, especially thinking of Latvia and the incredible service that we're always hearing about is going on there and growing. And of course, missing our Lavanimoy, who we thought we were stealing here at Villa Govinda, but not in Krishna's idea, I guess. Not right now. But it is so much enlivening to be hearing from many devotees all over the world about Srila Gurudev's appearance pastimes. And so today that's making us think about the holy place of Bambanpar. I had good fortune of attending there one time, and so we can truly see what an incredible pure village. We did hear much discussion yesterday with the glorification of Srila Gurudev that the spirit soul is wandering throughout all the universes, always with the possibility of exercising their free will to remember Krishna or to forget him. And so sometimes we see that this is always true. Somebody says, why am I suffering in this world? This is not the desire of the Lord. He is wanting that we accept the lineage, the connection with those who will perfectly take us back to our eternal home. Then there's no, there's always free will, but never any thought of exercising any activity except for that pure service. Even the most exalted devotees are always looking, how can I do more service? How can I increase? How can I serve all the other servitors so that I can become a servitor myself? So at least that is always our good fortune. No matter how much Maya will try to attack us, we always know that we have this option, and that is guaranteed. So we can think of such a sweet village like Bambanpar, where you barely even see one modern invention. You're always seeing the sweet, simple life, and easy to understand that it was called village of Brahmins, and that is everyone's behavior. And to see the way the deities, Sri Radha Gopinath, are cared for there, even though it's in two different sizes of the same deities, but going on for so long, and always very high standard of worship. Not to say that the temple was grand or that there were fancy clothing, not high standard of worship in that sense, but in the standard that all of the Vaishnavas in the village are knowing who is the Lord and who they should be worshiping. So no surprise that that is where our Srila Govinda Maharaj chose to make his appearance for our benefit. And we can report here from Villa Govinda that the devotees are in the middle of jam-packed service days. It's hard to believe, even with many devotees coming here to visit, everything is packed full. Still, there's so much service going on, and everybody doing more than they could be. And just now we saw that one man who is well acquainted with how to make a perfect floor in an organic way for the new expansion down at the other end of Villa Govinda. He chose to come today. And so Krishna Kanta Didi and Manindra Mohan Prabhu are meeting with him so that that new building will have first-class heating that comes out of the floor. And this is in addition to, it's the day of the kiosk being busy. Many people will come, and we hope that they will also attend the program this evening. So everything nonstop. This is a very good place to come if you're interested in doing service. If you're so unfortunate you don't do much service, at least you can see that it does go on. Get so inspired.
Hare Krishna. Service zone. Krishna Kantam, Munindra Mohan, all the devotees, make sure it goes on. Make sure it goes on. And dear devotees, in the chat box, Leelavati, she's put in Russian, and also we've got some English translation by Udaran Prabhu that she's saying, my obeisances, I was fortunate to be there this year in Bamunpara. There are many dogs in the temple itself. Gurudev loved them. Inside the village, we found his relatives and even this little room. It really looks like a storage room. Yes, indeed. His mother's samadhi is also there. It is beautiful. They didn't open it for us. Did Govinda Maharaj make this? And no, Srila Govinda Maharaj did not make the samadhi. This was made by the family. I mean, the family and the devotees. So no, the samadhi is not made by Gurudev, but there it would be a fitting place for her to be buried there in Bamunpara village. And maybe, oh, you're giving that in Russian simultaneously also. So, perfect. Govinda, and probably what says about, in the chat about I'm sharing a whiteboard, I think don't click on those. That looks like the virus things that were happening just now. All right, so Suresh Krishna has come home. Oh, but now he's not visible. We need some representative from Resegne. We'll hear from him maybe in a moment or two. But you made it back to Resegne where it looks like it's dark already. Evening has come. And Venugita I saw. Yes, Venugita, it is there. We saw some of your artwork recently. Hare Krishna. Yes, would you like to share something on behalf of Suresh Krishna Prabhu?
Madhusudan Maharaj, our obeisances. We're not in Resekne just yet. We are in Veriana. We are at the home of Lavanga, Devi Dasi. We have not made it yet. Therefore, we're at her place. But Suresh Prabhu is coming back. He's happy. He's ready to share.
Dandavat Maharaj.
Dandavat Maharaj. Dandavat all devotees. Maharaj, I can say that this was one of the best, well, mine personally, festivals of the appearance day of Srila Govinda Maharaj. Because mainly, mostly, we had to be on that festival alone. Last year, we gathered, some devotees came to Resekne, but we had not that kind of gathering in quantity as you saw yesterday on the photo. And this year was special because everything was special. And the devotees, they prepared with a big heart. Hari Gopal, I did not hear everything, but Hari Gopal, he led a wonderful program. The Didis said it was a very nice program prepared by Hari Gopal, very nice structured, and all the devotees shared their realizations, their feelings connected with Govinda Maharaj and in general. And it was indeed very warm, very family gathering, after which everyone was fulfilled. It is, as I was saying, Udaran Prabhu sent a lecture where just a 4-minute video he sent, we played it on the program, and Goswami Maharaj was speaking about the nature of Srila Gurudev, And mainly, as Goswami Maharaj was saying, his favorite word was nourishment. Nourishment, to nourish the devotees, to nourish to care for the devotees. And we try to do that, as I said, as we are learning from you, from our senior devotees, those who are giving us the example of Govinda Maharaj, showing it to us. We tried to do it somehow, and I hope we were successful because we had prasadam. The prasadam was magical. So many devotees cooked so many things. It was so many variations. Everyone was happy. And one of our friends, Victor, Maharaj, you saw him, and maybe you remember him. He was on that lecture in Riga of yours, Maharaj. It's when we came back from Pärnu, from Estonia, and it was in the studio of Tanushree, Veda Life.
Yes.
And he was asking so many questions, a little provocative questions, always searching, where is the cheating? Where is the lie? And at the end of the program, we saw how his eyes was starting to shine and he had a smile. His face kind of relaxed. And we understood that he's one of us. Because that was proof and the proof of that was because he brought his daughter to the event. And we were discussing that if someone is bringing their daughter to that event, but the daughter is like the most precious thing for a father, that means he trusts that event. But externally, he was hiding behind skepticism, etc., and all this Govinda Maharaj and all that. But that festival, it melted his heart, and his heart opened up. That was indeed a wonderful festival, a very bright festival. And then after all that, we went on Harinam Sankirtan. And it's as if we had no strength left because it was an intense day. We started at 11 and we finished around 5 o'clock. But we still went on Harinam Sankirtan. And again, the Harinam Sankirtan was during a rain. It was in the old town. And as Mahaprabhu said in the songs of, can't remember the song exactly, but Harinam Sankirtan, it dissipates the grief of this age. And we felt that in the old town, that all the grief is dissipating and all the people are becoming happy. And two girls, they joined our procession and they stayed until the end. They went with us. And they are from Yurmala, from a different town, and they asked us, "Where are you? We used to see you in Yurmala." But it was Sajanananda's Harinams he was doing in Yurmala. So people recognized us and they were waiting. And it was a wonderful conclusion of that festival, Harinam Sankirtan, which once again showed us that Gurudev is giving us a feedback in that sense with the environment, how the people are interacting with us, that he was satisfied with us. And I also would like the devotees to share their impressions. It'll be very nice to hear from them. Yes, we can share. Okay. My obeisances. To be honest, the feelings are still there. They're not leaving. Very, very nice feelings, very sattvic, as we were discussing on our way here. And I was telling that I'm still vibrating with mantras. I feel like that's the main feeling I have right now. For me, it's a first experience like that of this type. And that's why I'm actually very nervous, worried. And maybe that's why my words are, just from the heart. And I'm just very grateful for this opportunity. And yesterday I also shared and I said, this is undeserved fully, and it is fully by mercy. Hare Krishna. Dandavat, very shortly. Yesterday I already shared that, but thanks to the devotees, which are more senior in the spiritual life, who already have a guru, whether it's Govinda Maharaj or someone else, but they shared their experience. And when we sung when we sang the different bhajans dedicated to Guru, this this feeling became more intense. And when the devotees started to share their experience and share their heart, an aura engulfed us. And then it was as if Govinda Maharaj was somewhere nearby. And it's as if I started to feel like I knew him. I knew Govinda Maharaj. You know, after hearing the videos that were shared from his lectures, I'm very grateful to the organizer, to the Suresh, to everyone who participated. And I am 0% regretting to come to this to this event. And I'm looking forward to more opportunities to do something every day, to serve, remember Krishna, chant the mantra, and to desire our next meetings, and to plan such events, you know, maybe even more eventful uh, events in my life. And these festivals, they must be in our life, you know, where there are many people, where there is much prasadam, many variety, and such a place where the senior devotees can share, you know, to us, our, you know, kindergarten level, so they can give us an opportunity to understand something deeper. And that's why I'm very grateful to everyone. I'm very happy that I came. Thank you, everyone. Dear devotees, who is online? I mean, we're on the phone. We cannot see everyone who is here. Someone who was participating, maybe
Lavanga Didi is
Harigopal.
online.
Lavanga Didi online. Oh, sorry.
You're in her house.
Oh, Maharaj. Lavanga Didi. She says, well, what can I say? I did not participate. I stayed back home.
Ah,
Well, Mahaprabhu and Nityananda was at my house, and I was serving them during the festival, and I was working yesterday, and I could not participate. That's why just now I'm hearing all the impressions and the experiences.
and now you are
Dandavad.
inviting the devotees to your home and having their association. And this is the valuable part about every festival, the association of the devotees and glorification of the devotees and the Lord. So now this is taking place in your flat, in your home there. And I know where your home is. We've driven nearby it. And I think you came and gave us prasadam one day, I think, when we were starting our journey. You cooked something, gave us some sandwiches. And
Yes, Maharaj.
yes.
We were delivering Nitai Gauranga to her as well.
Aha, yes, taking care of Nitai Gauranga. All right, very beautiful. Well, Lavanyamo is also, but also Braja Krishna Prabhu and Indumati, they were there. We saw you with our own eyes through the medium of Zoom. We were there at the inauguration, but of course that was just very briefly. Prabhu, would you like to share something? And Didi, both of you?
Dandavats to my master. Dandavats to all the Vaishnavas. Dandavats devotees. Yeah, yesterday was special for me because unfortunately I did not meet such a person as Govinda Maharaj. Therefore, my feelings to Govinda Maharaj are very special. I'm usually contacting the people, you know, face to face, and I'm starting to understand them in that way. And it was, unfortunately, I did not meet Govinda Maharaj. But yesterday, I got the feeling that I personally met him, thanks to how all of it was organized. Thanks to all the feelings that all the devotees shared, which met him, which they tried to, you know, share. And I felt those feelings because it is very important for me. I understand a person through that, first of all. And it was successful yesterday, and it was unexpected for me. I understood Govinda Maharaj only by his books, but yesterday I felt it with my emotions. And I felt huge love of this person, of this personality, love. And it is manifesting in different ways. And I felt that love as if I hugged him, as if he hugged him. You know, I like to hug. That is my that is my weakness. And I hugged Govinda Maharaj. No, he hugged me yesterday, and I understood that it is my family, and I am fine. All is good for me. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Indumati, Devidasi.
Yesterday, yes, Dandavas, dear master, Dandavas, dear devotees. Yesterday, I had the impression of how sincerely all the devotees spoke of Gurudev. Everyone had some opinion, feeling, impression, and so sincerely everyone was sharing their feelings. That was so inspiring. Just in our room had an aura of love, full. Everyone loved each other, and everyone sat next to each other as a one big family. And this festival brought us all together, prepared, Vyasa Puja of our dear Srila Gurudev, and thanks to Suresh, Udaran, Gopal. Very grateful to everyone for the organization of such a wonderful. We were so inspired yesterday, so happy by this festival. And also, I would like to say that when we talk, when we see you, dear Maharaj, we feel that connection from you to Gurudev and Guru Maharaj. We feel that you are always speaking and always giving everything to Gurudev and Guru Maharaj, and that is very important for us. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Well, by surprise, I saw myself the other day with Srila Gurudev, because we are watching videos of Gurudev, and there we are watching a video of Gurudev, and then Gurudev mentions me, and then the camera goes to me, and then goes to the other devotees in the room. So really, we try to keep those days very alive, because Gurudev and Guru Maharaj, they are not historical figures. For us, they're not historical. And actually, for all devotees, they are not historical. They are the ones who have brought us to the present day Krishna consciousness. It is their seed, it is their potency, which is being planted in all the devotees' hearts. And however devotees are getting connected, to be connected to Gurudev, to Guru Maharaj, to Srila Prabhupada, and hence to Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, then we have got really the purest of the pure current and the purest seed, which now, as Srila Gurudev in his words, he said, now the ball is in our court. That means, it's an English expression, it means that now it is our responsibility to cultivate that seed nicely. It is not now that seed has been given, the instruction has been given, the prescription has been given, how to fertilize it, how to weed it, how to protect it. So now that duty is with us. In Gurudev's own words, the ball is in our court. And it cannot be denied that there is good luck. We all have some good luck, some good fortune to have this kind of connection. And it doesn't mean that we have to have the direct connection of Gurudev, of Guru Maharaj, of Srila Saraswati Thakur. Indeed, Mahaprabhu, he gave that our prayer is that we are the servant of the servant of the servant of the servant, however many it may be, but that I may be connected in service to you, my Lord. And in this case, our Lord, our nearest Lord to us is Sri Guru. And so Srila Gurudev, Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Saraswati Thakur, they are giving us the best possible opportunity ever. And now, again, it comes back to this theme that we always have to remember, that now we have some responsibility to cultivate that seed nicely. It's the seed of Krishna Prema, the Bhakti Lata Bij. And it is the devotion, the seed of devotion, whose fruit is Krishna Prema. And so we are to remember that good fortune. It is very rare. And as the ladies pointed out, that to be in such association, it is quite magical to be in the association of others who are not concerned about the politics of the world, about the weather, about all kinds of things, or whatever it is people talk about all the time, but only concerned with one thing, to try to give some nourishment to each other, that we can continue steadily along the path home. And we are on the path home. We haven't reached the level of purity which is allowing us to just walk into our home. So we know that there are some thorns on the way, some this, that, and the other. And anyone who walks on a path knows we're going to have to, cross over different obstacles, but we will cross them together. And Gurudev was a wonderful how to cross over obstacles, guide and guardian. And there are sure to be obstacles, means maybe subtle obstacles of the material world drawing us this way or that way. But to come back onto the proper path, wherever we may be, to always remember we need to now get back on the path. And then when we're carefully on the path, to stay there. And Gurudev's advice, Guru Maharaj's advice, and Srila Prabhupada's advice will keep us there safely. So well done to you all for keeping on going. And we can understand that the Riga festival, the festival there in Latvia, it was so happy, as Suresh Krishna was saying, the best Vyasa Puja yet, because you were able to freely share these kinds of topics to glorify the pure devotees. And this is not like our vision that they are pure devotees. They are you could say certified. Srila Saraswati Thakur's transmission to Guru Maharaj, Srila Guru Maharaj's recognition of Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada and Srila Guru Maharaj's recognition of Srila Gurudev. Everything is interrelated. And so to have the opportunity to glorify, to remember the qualities, and to try to aspire for the qualities of the pure devotees of the Lord, this is our life. So you are nourished by sharing. We receive Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Padasevanam. This way, step by step, we've got our service procedure. So not only we hear, but we are to also share what we hear. It's not only a matter of sitting with some loudspeakers, I'm hearing, but we hear and we share. Hare Krishna. And by the way, by chance, then I saw in the back of the English book, I do not know if it is in Russian or not, the book Dignity of the Divine Servitor. In the back of there is quite a good summary of Srila Guru Maharaj and Srila Gurudev and Srila Prabhupada's relationship there, but in particular about Guru Maharaj and Gurudev, and with some dates, etc. And we saw that actually we saw there that Gurudev's appearance day was actually the 17th of December, 1929. Okay, we got a bright young brain of a student, an active student, not an inactive student. So 17th of December, 1929. And I was asked that the other day, what date was his birthday? And I'd heard, but there I saw some dates of Srila, related to Srila Gurudev, Srila Guru Maharaj, and Srila Prabhupada listed, and some kind of biography, some description. And in the chat box, by the way, Gunali Devidasi, she was in attendance in St. Petersburg yesterday when the Murti, deity form of Srila Gurudev was installed, was put there to the left side as we look at the deities, to the left side, not on the altar, but in front of the altar and to the left. They already had a large picture of Srila Gurudev there, and now they have a murti there. And so some pictures are in the chat box there. And for several days before the festival, they were preparing the decorations there in St. Petersburg. And I saw pictures, I was sent pictures from Navadip and from Govardhan. And really they made, both places, they made very beautiful arrangement. Somehow India is a rich place for flowers. To get that many flowers here in Italy, not possible. Even if you were a millionaire, I'm not sure it's possible to get that kind of opulence of flowers here in Italy. Very beautifully, fully flowered decorations for the Samadhi Mandir. And of course, Srila Gurudev's actual Samadhi Mandir is in Navadip. His Pushpa Samadhi is in Govardhan at our temple there. And one Pushpa Samadhi here in Italy, Villa Govinda, just outside where we see here. And one Pushpa Samadhi is in the, or at the SoCal, the California ashram. Hare Krishna. So it's Gurudev's appearance day, not his disappearance day. But of course, naturally, giving attention at his Samadhi. And in Govardhan, that Murti of Srila Gurudev really does bring our attention to Srila Gurudev, and we find ourselves feeling his presence there very, very closely. So it may be the disappearance place. But Gurudev said about Guru Maharaj, he said, now Guru Maharaj is living in his Samadhi. Sometimes devotees are wanting to, they're coming from other temples and they want to visit Guru Maharaj's room, his veranda upstairs. But Guru Maharaj wasn't keen to open that to like anybody who comes in from any temple, they can just come and see Guru Maharaj's room. He said they're wanting to go there, but now Guru Maharaj is living in his Samadhi Mandir. So we also can remember Gurudev's example, how he saw Guru Maharaj. We will understand from him that we should be seeing also Gurudev, Srila Gurudev now, he is disappeared, that he's staying in his Samadhi. But in particular, Srila Gurudev, we can really consider he's staying in his Govardhan Samadhi, maybe Pushpa Samadhi, but still it is Samadhi. Because there Gurudev repeatedly told, and there are so many devotees who've heard this directly from him, and that is that, oh, when I retire, my desire, I will retire to Govardhan. There I shall sit peacefully with these 4 kinds of trees that Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur mentions, perhaps in Sharanagati, with each of these trees, 1 tree on each corner. And there I will write many things. I have many things to write. Gurudev saying, I'll be worry-free and I will write. And Gurudev, during his manifest time, when he was in Govardhan, he was always very relaxed and at home, you can say. So when we are in Govardhan and we see that Murti, we are feeling much closeness with Gurudev. Hare Krishna. Govinda Govinda. And for Paramanand, who was very
Maharaj,
late,
может быть,
he
ударом
was
Прабhu
with
может тоже.
us, but is not.
Maharaj, perhaps Udaran Prabhu can share something.
Oh, yes. Well, not only perhaps, I'm sure he can.
Дандават, Махарадж. Я буду говорить по-русски, к сожалению.
I shall speak Russian. Unfortunately,
Мы
please
в такой
forgive.
форме.
It's all
Today,
good,
my
Prabhu.
English
It's all
is not in the
good.
best form.
Да, хотелось бы сказать о том, что
Yes, I wanted to say
сегодня был
that
особенным днем.
yesterday's day was very
Ощущалось,
special.
что Гурудев, он был
I had a
там,
feeling
где
that
его
Gurudev
прославляют,
was there
и
when he was being
ощущалось то,
glorified. And I had a
что
feeling that
как бы
Gurudev,
внешне не проявлен,
externally
но
not
он здесь
manifest,
находится
but
в
he is
сердцах
here,
преданных, которые
present in the hearts of the
прославляют, и это
devotees who
ощущалось
are glorifying him.
сердцем,
And we could
и
feel
в
that
какой-то момент даже
with the heart. And
пришло
also at
такое
some
сердце о
point,
том, что какой-то
a
миг
feeling
показалось
came
о
down
том,
that
что
at some moment
вот что такое настоящий
I
дом,
thought
вот что
that,
такое
oh,
настоящий дом, где
that is
все
what
вокруг
real home feels like, where
заботятся
everyone is
обо
caring
всех вокруг, и
about
ты
everyone,
весь в центре.
and someone
Вот,
is in the center
и
of all that.
только с преданными это можно
And only with the
контактировать с
devotees
преданной
that is
стороной
possible.
преданных,
If you're contacting, if
то
you're
только через это
associating with the devotee
к
side of the
сожалению, не через
devotee,
лекции,
only
не через
then can you
книги,
feel that.
и
Unfortunately, not
это,
through lectures,
может
not
быть,
through books.
возможно почувствовать,
Maybe
но
it's
это очень
possible to
трудно,
feel
тогда
that,
как
but maybe it's too
только
much
с
difficult.
преданными
But when you're with the
преданными,
devotees and the devotees
и ты находишься
and
в правильном
yourself
настроении, преданные
are
находятся в
in the
правильном
proper mood, the
настроении, и
devotees
в
are in the
центре,
proper mood,
которого
and
все
there is a
прославляют,
center
только
who
тогда
everyone is
можно почувствовать
glorifying, then
действительно
it is possible to feel
настоящее, то, к
that
чему твое
something
сердце
genuine,
по-настоящему стремится, и то,
you
что
know, something
является
genuine which
настоящей
your
любовью.
heart desires, something
Кришна.
which is close to your real nature.
And that description sounds like Srila Gurudev's veranda, whether it's Navadip or whether it was Calcutta, where he was quite a lot in Calcutta at our temple. That description sounds like his veranda. So you can understand wherever the devotees are is also an extension of Srila Gurudev's veranda. And so yesterday, I think you were on Srila Gurudev's veranda to have that kind of a mood and feeling. And this is the healthy feeling. This is what we are, our heart is actually hankering for. The association, not of exploiters, and we always have to be careful, what are they doing around behind my back? But the opposite. Everyone helping everybody else, and with their different personalities, but with that one common focus and aim, to please the Vaishnavas, to please Guru, especially to please Srila Gurudev, and to please Guru Maharaj, to please Krishna. This current, the sweet current, the sweet flow. And really on Gurudev's veranda, sometimes we had all kinds of people, if you were to think about their material goodness and badness, their material wealth and their material poverty, and all sorts of things. We had all kinds of devotees, but it was a very happy place. And Gurudev, he also, I mean, he himself is the ideal harmonizer. Really, he's the harmonizer. He can digest all sorts of things, which we are not to imitate. But Gurudev could digest. Srila Prabhupada was famous also for digesting so many things, which really not perfect Vaishnavism by the devotees or the students, but they were able to digest. And Gurudev also, he knows that the devotees are not all perfect. Some less more perfect than others. But he was able to digest all kinds of nature and utilize the devotees in service. Really, Gurudev utilizing everybody. He's always telling us, utilize your fortune. Utilize your fortune. But he's utilizing us. He sees that the devotees, that Guru Maharaj is sending the devotees for service. So he's utilizing us. He's using us, if you like. but in devotional, centered activity. And we are very happy to be used, to be utilized by him. That's what we want. Anyway, beautiful reports from Latvia, and super to see so many. You were saying, oh, not so many, but so many. I saw the photographs. So maybe Paramanandru sent me a photograph. Later, I was there. I was there by Zoom at the beginning for the inauguration of the day, but I saw more devotees came, and you had really a beautiful gathering. And now I know that Harigopal, oh no, it wasn't Harigopal Prabhu's flat, it was the home of?
Of Tom.
Tom, yeah, Tom, that's right, the home of Tom. And that's quite a big house. I was going to say Harigopal was richer than we thought with such a big flat. But he's still poor. Tom has a big house. And a very suitable place to hold the program. All right. Dear ones, very happy to be with you all. Oh, Lavanya has turned on her camera. Do you wish to say something, Lavanya? Can we invite you to say something? What did you learn? What did you learn about Gurudev yesterday? Anything?
Dandavats, dear devotees. Well, to be honest, yesterday's program, the devotees amazed me how much all of them were open-hearted and how each one shared something very, very personal and very sincere. And Tanushri, who touched on the remembrance of how she received the initiation. And to be honest, everyone who spoke, it was very nerve-wracking. I mean, I'm still remembering, I'm still nervous. But what touched me the most, that was one video where Gurudev, it was written that I am always with you. That Guru Maharaj is always standing behind us, and I am always with you. Guru Maharaj is behind you, and I am with you always. And truly, yesterday we had a feeling that he is with us, and that feeling that he's here in our life. And you can see that very often, actually, especially when you call for him. I would also like to remember, I would like to glorify Vishnu Rata. It is one of the devotees from ISKCON. Yesterday he wanted to come, but he could not. But he made sweet rice, and it was divine. And I think he gave a 5-liter bottle of sweet rice, and it was so nice and pleasant that even devotees, they might not be from our line, but they want or they wanted to come to this festival. And that Harigopal, and he tried so hard to personally talk with everyone, not to just send some invitation, but to try to deliver, to tell about Gurudev, and to glorify him as a result. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, beautiful to hear. And they are in the same line. We are the family of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. We are the family of Srila Bhakti Vinod. We are Thakur. We are the family of Rupa Goswami. And we can happily accommodate the branches, but that current that we must recognize through Bhakti Vinod, Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Srila Gokishodas Babaji Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, and at least must recognize Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Rakha, Srila Dev Goswami Maharaj, and Srila Gurudev, and Srila Prabhupada. And where we've got our direct connection, that can be anywhere within those branches and sub-branches, but that's where we are connected. So it is heart connection also. And so we must always be very open and say to the devotees, here we are, come, we are not a separate entity. We have a common goal, and we mustn't be too absorbed in our local gurus in the sense of they are connecting us with the pure devotees. And Gurudev is very clear about that. And everybody is quite clear about that, that the current generation, we're all from the recruited section and pointing towards the pure section. And our gurus, they made that clear to us. So Srila Gurudev certainly made that clear to us. And so we need to keep everyone with their feet on the ground, but showing the purity, the sweetness, the harmony of Krishna consciousness. And 5 kgs of sweet rice, which is divine, it sounds like a very good symptom of somebody in our line giving a donation of making and giving 5 kgs of sweet rice. Sounds like our line to me. And Gunali Devidasi has turned on her camera too, and you are perhaps in the temple. Are you in the temple? So can you turn your camera and show us the temple? If it's appropriate to do so. Say, oh yeah, there's the big beam. So Tulsi Devi was behind you just now. Then another of the big beams, and then you can see the temple. Where are the elephants? Where are the elephants?
Dandavat, Dandavat.
Dandavat.
Вот.
Okay, so the deities are closed. Oh, and the murti is closed.
Да. Мурти закрыта.
Yes.
Мурти закрыта, и здесь
Closed,
строители
murti closed.
разговаривают.
And someone is,
Строители.
the
Еще
construction
не
workers
закончили
are
работать
discussing.
строители.
They have not finished the
Они
construction
как бы
yet. And they're
разговаривают
discussing,
пока в алтарной.
talking in the temple room.
Look and see, all purpose built as a temple. And look at the decorations. This is last week, Gunali was working on these decorations, hanging from the ceiling. All right,
Ну,
Gunali ji.
украшения уже почти сняли. Почти сняли
Almost,
украшения, потому что еще
almost all
строители
taken down
сегодня
already
красят вот
because the
решетку.
construction workers are going to paint,
Поэтому они висели
continue
совсем недолго.
painting. So the decorations are not going to hang for too long.
Okay. Spasibo Bolshoi, thank you. Everyone got a chance to see the beautiful temple. Suresh Krishna, we're running a little over time, and I'll pass the microphone to you, but very happy today to be with all of you who are here, and we're seeing you all. A happy day to be with you all here with this common goal of glorification of Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. Suresh Krishna Prabhu.
Да, Махарадж, это прекрасные дни жить в прославлении преданных.
Indeed, Maharaj, how wonderful
Специальные
days
дни,
to
какие
live
можно больше прославить
like
преданных.
that.
Еще раз
And
огромная благодарность всем преданным
once
за
again,
участие,
huge gratitude to
за
the
поддержку,
devotees for participation, for the
вдохновение,
support, for the inspiration,
то, что они отдали свои сердца.
for
И
what,
я
for
на
the
самом
fact that
деле
they
увидел,
gave
что
their
все
hearts.
преданные зрелые,
And actually,
все
I saw that
зрелые,
all the
все
devotees are matured.
выросли и
Everyone has
готовы идти
grown,
дальше, готовы
and they're ready to keep moving,
отдавать себя, двигаться по
ready
этому
to
пути,
give
следовать
themselves,
примеру, который
continue
Рупа
going on this
Госвами,
path.
следовать примеру,
And
идти по стопам великих ачарьев в
as
прошлом,
Rupa Goswami said, to follow in the footsteps of the predecessor acharyas. And it's very inspiring and happy to see that. And this gives even more
Jaya
kind of
Vishnupat Shila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj ki Jai, Jaya Vishnupat Shila Bhakti Rakshak Siddharth Dev Goswami Maharaj ki Jai, Jaya Vishnupat A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki Jai, Shri Guru Gauranga Gantharva Govinda Sundar Dev ki Jai, Giriraj Govardhan ki Jai, Shri Nitai Gauranga Dev ki Jai, Jai Guru Parampara ki Jai, Guru Varga ki Jai, Namacharya Shridas Thakur ki Jai, Ananta Kusi Vaishnava Vrindi ki Jai, Tulasi Maharani ki Jai, Jai Shri Chaitanya Saraswati Acharya Vrindi ki Jai, Jai Srila Bhakti Ranjan Madhusudan Maharaj ki Jai, Jai Shripad Paramananda Prabhu ki Jai, Jai the old assembled devotees ki Jai, Shri Harinam Sankirtan, Kumkum Jidi ki jai jai, Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki jai, Nitai Gaura Premanande Hari.
Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol. And Jai Shri Latvia back to Vrinda ki Jai, Baltic States back to Vrinda ki Jai, worldwide back to Vrinda ki Jai, Zoom back to Vrinda ki Jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol. Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Dandavat with all good wishes, and we'll meet each other again soon, but we'll stay connected through the common thread of Seva and the holy name. Gaur Premanandi, Hari Hari, Dandavat, Dandavat. Gunali with her one-handed Dandavat, holding the phone with the other hand. Udaran Prabhu, many thanks for taking care of us all, looking after us. Hari Gopal Prabhu, for all of your hard brain work. Now go and have big prasadam. I bet there must be some of that 5 kg of sweet rice left, right? All right, Dandavat, Dandavat, Jai Gurudev, Jai Guru Maharaj. Amra Ashchi.
Dandavat, Dandavat. Dandavat, дорогие преданные, Dandavat, Володимирович. Харигопал, спасибо за перевод. Спасибо за ваши прекрасные слова, трогательные, сердечные. Dandavat, дорогие преданные, до следующего раза. До встречи. Харе Кришна.